Hi everyone, this is Miss Luris, and this is going to be one of two PowerPoints that you guys are going to have for this marking period. I know I didn't really get to meet you guys, but you're going to be having two quizzes during this class. The first quiz is going to be on temperature conversion, and the second quiz is going to be on latitude and longitude. Now, you probably already learned this in geography, so that should be a review for you. But the temperature conversion is actually super easy, and it's math. So if you're into math, you'll like this. So there are three different units of measurement that we use to measure temperature. The first one is called Celsius, and it is indicated by a little degrees sign that you can see here and a capital C. For freezing, Celsius is 0 degrees Celsius, so that's when water freezes. And when water boils, it boils at 100 degrees Celsius, so 0 to 100. This is the most common standard of measurement in the world. Unfortunately, the United States does not use this. We use something called Fahrenheit. And Fahrenheit is a little bit more complicated. I really don't know why we don't use Celsius. We really should, but we use Fahrenheit. And that is measured by using a degree sign and an F. Freezing point, so when water freezes into ice, it happens at 32 degrees Fahrenheit. And water boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Kelvin is the standard for science. This is what scientists use. So scientists in United States, scientists in England, scientists in South Korea, doesn't matter where you are. If you're a scientist, you are using Kelvin. And notice that there is no degree sign in front of the K. That's because you don't say like 0 degrees Kelvin. You just say 0 Kelvin. And just like the last two, Celsius and Fahrenheit, we have a freezing point and a boiling point. So freezing point for water in Kelvin is 273 Kelvin, and boiling point is 373 Kelvin. You are not going to be quizzed on any of this. You will solely be quizzed on being able to convert. So that is what this is. Now, this is our last slide, but we are going to do a bunch of examples for you guys. So the conversion formulas are listed below. You have Celsius to Fahrenheit, Fahrenheit to Celsius, Celsius to Kelvin, and Kelvin to Celsius. Now you'll notice there is no Kelvin to Fahrenheit or Fahrenheit to Kelvin. So in that case, if you get a question like that, you need to convert it through Celsius first. So Fahrenheit to Celsius, then Celsius to Kelvin, or Kelvin to Celsius, then Celsius to Fahrenheit. Since we are not in person, I'm not going to give you any questions like that because I think that's just cruel. So we will just stick to the basics. All right. So Celsius to Kelvin, Celsius to Fahrenheit is this formula right here. So you are going to get a question that says convert, 30 degrees Celsius, 30 degrees, Celsius into Fahrenheit. So you are going to stick your Celsius in here. This is a variable, and a variable is just a placeholder for a number. So you're going to put your Celsius here. You are going to multiply it by 9/5, and you are going to add 32. Now, PEMDAS, order of operations, you guys know that you have to do the parentheses first, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, and so on and so forth. So you do your parentheses first. 9 divided by 5 is 1.8 approximately. So you would multiply your Celsius times 1.8 plus 32, and you'll get your answer. The formula for Fahrenheit to Celsius is a little different. It still has to deal with 5 and a 9 and a 32, but it's in different order, okay? So you have to do your parentheses first. So you will take your Fahrenheit, whatever Fahrenheit the question gives you, let's say 5, minus 32. So you have that answer. And then you have to go to your other parentheses and do 5 divided by 9. Now 5 divided by 9 is something like 0.6666 or something like that. But for this purpose, I always tell my students you can make it into 0.5, which is a half. It's just easier to work with. But if you want to work with the repeating number, that's totally fine. I'm not going to mark it wrong. Either of the answers would be correct. So you'll do F minus 32 times 0.5. Now these Celsius to Kelvins are super easy. You're just adding 273 or subtracting 273. That's really easy. You could do it in your head depending on what number you get. And those are easy. Okay? Okay. Here we have our Celsius to Fahrenheit formula. So we have Celsius to Fahrenheit. Please excuse my handwriting. Okay, so let's pick a number, any number that we can start with. Let's pick, I don't know, 50? Okay, 50. So we have 50 degrees Celsius and we want to turn it into Fahrenheit. So we are going to plug it into this formula right here. So we have 50 times 9 divided by 5 plus 32. Okay, so what do we have to do first? First, we need to do the division since it's in the parentheses. So we will bring it down. Remember I said it's a 1.8. So we will do 50 times 1.8 plus 32. Okay, so order of operations again, 50 times 1.8 goes first, plus 32. Now let's pull up our trusty calculator and let's do this. Okay, so 50 times 1.8 is 90 plus 32. Whoa, that was right. 50 times 1.8 plus 32. Okay, there you go. 122. Okay, so our answer is 122. And now we were solving for Fahrenheit, so it would be degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, I'm going to pause you again so we can go into the other formula. All right, so here we have our Fahrenheit to Celsius formula. We have F minus 32 times 5 over 9. So let's pick a number. Let's pick, I guess we could pick 50 again? No. Let's pick 6. 6 degrees. It's pretty cold. 6 degrees Fahrenheit. And we are going to be looking for the Celsius now. So let's plug it in. 6 minus 32 times 5 divided by 9. Now remember I told you that you were able to simplify 5 divided by 9 to be 0.5 if you want. It's actually like 0.555, but you could just do 0.5, that's fine. So let's do the PEMDAS, the order of operations, parentheses first. So 6 minus 32 is negative 26, and we are going to multiply that by 0.5. And let's take our calculator out. Negative, negative 26 times 0.5 equals negative 13. And this would be degrees Celsius. So here's our final answer, negative 13 degrees Celsius. Now I'm not gonna demonstrate for you these two because they're very easy. You should be able to do them on your own. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me. Later on in the week, I'm going to be doing a virtual office hours. So please, if you need help with that, contact me and we will set up virtual office hours where I could actually teach you. Okay, that being said, I'm also going to post another video of someone else teaching this. If you didn't like my version of it, that's totally fine. And have a good day.